between the Seattle Grizzlies and the Houston Lone Stars. My name is Brendan Walsh and welcome to our afternoon fixture. We'll be getting underway shortly. You can see the umpires out there in the middle. Both teams getting ready. Should be having a coin toss very shortly. So stay with us there. Action coming to you at 2 p.m. So we're about 2-3 minutes away from the centre bounce. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the Seattle Grizzlies have taken the old motto of the early bird gets the worm. They're making their intentions made early by being out there just ahead of the centre bounce. And onto the field now we see the Houston Lone Stars coming up. Seattle coming off a strong performance in their first opening game. And for those of you watching from home, or wherever you may be in the world, for those watching, the breeze is dominating from left to right on the screen here at the moment. So subject to the coin toss, the way the teams are facing at the moment, Seattle will be running downhill and with the wind. Umpire just giving some final instructions as the captains come out in the middle for the toss, exchanging pleasantries. So Seattle's going to make the call. Looks like Houston have won. They've chosen to run with the breeze. So there'll be a change in directions here, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see Houston running left to right, downhill with the breeze. Umpire just making a few final checks. Goal umpires in position, couple of boundaries as well. Looks like in the ruck starting off for us there, we got Arn Landbowie, number 88, and for Houston, Jeffrey Jamnik. Here it is, umpire, balls it up. A little scrappy. Ball out there from Seattle, promoting the ball by hand. A little bit of contact. They're coming in over the top. Ball now making its way into the Seattle forward 50. Ball still on the ground. Good hands coming out there from Zach McKinney as Houston work the ball back downfield. As you can see, that wind certainly favouring the Houston Lone Stars here early on, and will be for most of the afternoon, we'll see. As Seattle push the ball out to the wing, it's able to stay in. Nice little handball back to a man in space with a little bit of time. Perhaps he zigged when he should have zagged. And the ball is over the sideline for a boundary throw-in. Taking a quick look there, the two rucks, hands up. See how the ball's coming in. Good boundary throw-in, good contest. Lots of work off the ball there at the moment. Umpire keeping the whistle out of his mouth, letting the ball throw freely. And there's nice work out of the middle there by Jason Edwards to put the ball back. Coming down into contact. Again, ball over the sideline there for another stoppage in the forward, just outside the forward 50 of the Lone Stars there. Strong tackle there. You have a proprietor, you did. It's holding the ball. Strong tackle there made by the Seattle player as he moves the ball out to the wing with, nice little bit of aerial work there by the Seattle player. Unfortunately couldn't take the mark. It looks like there'll be another stoppage there for a ball up. Ball down there again, trying to run out. That could have been a little bit high. What's the umpire say? Had Pryor holding the ball. Free kick to Seattle here. Looks to play on quickly down the line. Ball just goes over the top. Nice strong kick. So that might be Rob Munn there, just pushing the ball forward for Seattle. Just pushing the ball forward however he can. Ball's going back. Seattle in their opening game were very strong with the hands, moving the ball anywhere they could, but that's a strong mark there taken by the back by Connell Broderick. He's going to take his time to see what options are available to him with the breeze. Fantastic mark there. Intercept mark taken there by Max Rennie. Max just sizing up his options here again there, looking to promote the ball into the forward 50. The two players overcooked it, thought the wind was going to hold it up, and a simple mark taken there by Carl McGough. Into a very stiff breeze here, Carl. We'll see what he's got. Man's holding the mark. There's only one Seattle player looking to back him in. No one's making him a lead. Should be opening points. Kicks to the ball, the man on the marker. Give him the commentator's curse. As Houston move the ball very easily out of the 50, down in the midfield there, and over the top to Paul Balding. And very strong kick downwind. And an easy, uncontested mark taken by Chance Meyer. Downwind, see if he favours himself to put this ball down. Got a man coming to him on a lead. Puts the ball up. Kick and hope. It's got the wind. Unlucky there by Shane Howard. Ball still in the forward 50. A little left foot snap. Fantastic. The wind just brings it around, and isn't he happy? The big man, Jacob Villon. Beautiful left foot snap round the corner. The wind just easing it across ever so nicely. Umpire signal a score. First score on the board by Houston, 1-0-6-0 over Seattle. Seattle certainly had a lot of ball and a lot of territory, but you can see there just two kicks downfield, and Houston are very easily into that forward 50. Bringing the ball back into the middle. Two rucks are going to have it again, 88 and 99. Ball won by Houston after a strong tap from Seattle. Ball's on the ground. What's the umpire going to say? A little push and shove there between two lost brothers. Ball's going up again. Plenty of Houston players around the ball. Plenty of time. Again, just kicks it, promotes the ball down the line. And Seattle Chance Meyer back there sort of to push the ball over the boundary line. Will have a ball in, another stoppage. Rucks getting themselves into position. Boundary umpire throw into the breeze. What's he got? Gives it all he can. Ball coming off the back there to Jason Edwards again. He's had a lot of touches again. Good push into the forward 50. Ball recovered nicely and just pushes it through for a behind. A rush behind there. The player just getting his number 1. I don't have that man on the score sheet, but anyway, that's 1-1-7 to 0-0-0 for the Houston Lone Stars. We're about 5 minutes into play here at the moment. Options kicking to the sideline where the breeze is strongest, and a very strong mark taken there by Sale Tybee. Again, making allowance here for the win. That's a strong kick. Plenty of Seattle players there. A little bit of contact, not in the back, says the umpire. Playing on off to Tyrell Dallitz. Didn't pick that up clear. He just rushes the ball over the sideline. Andrew Craig making that contact there. Push him over the sideline. Another ball up there. The two rucks going at it again. Houston got plenty of men around the ball, but that's rushed over the sideline again. Interesting contest here by by the two rucks, being Arne Landbo for Seattle. But that ball goes up and is cleared nicely out there by Josh DeGrande. And a strong mark taken again there by 32, being Carl McGo. So learned from his previous indiscretion and said, I'm just going to move this board into the 50, not take too much time. That wind certainly picking up. Ball in there. Houston had numbers back, but good pressure. Good pressure being brought by Zachary Johns, and that ball just going over the line, just next to the behind post. This is downwind. He's gone for the old cricket bowl. Not as much air as he may have liked to have given it, but again, Houston able just to use that lever to push the ball out. Intercept there, but handball. Good smother. Kyle Rasp getting the ball, just pushing it down in that forward pocket. What have we got? He's got the reverse banana. Beautiful goal. Worked nicely there through the forwards by Tyrell Dallets. Very strong play. Oh no, for a behind. Apologies there. Oh, he was celebrating like it was a goal, so that's 1-1-6. 1-1-6. 1-1-7, apologies, do the maths. 0-1-1. Seattle on the board. Again, Lone Star's just pushing the ball up in the air and letting that do the work. The umpire here just playing some advantage, telling to play on. Nice, another forward 50 entry, but easily taken there by Eo Zabana. Fairly common theme there by the Houston Lone Stars is just putting that ball up and letting the wind really take the ball downfield. You can see how many goal win this might be. And Seattle looking to take the wind out of it by running the ball forward. Another touch there for Carl McGo. Seattle looking maybe for a stoppage here just in the forward 50. They get what they're looking for there, just a chance to reset. Getting close to the 10-minute mark now here in the first half. Boundary umpire puts the ball nicely in the middle. Been a couple of substitutions made by the looks of things. Number 15, Itzy Danny's come out and he's kicked a behind. Blake McGrath there was looking very, very strong coming out of the pocket. Liked it off the boot, but again that wind just caught it and just pulled it back behind for a behind. So that's 1-1-7 Houston to 0-2 Seattle. Lone Stars here surely just going to pump the ball long downfield, which he looks to do. Again, gets a good carry, good run on the ball as well. So some shepherding coming out off the ball from the ruck. Nice moves again by hand. Seattle, great looking little interchange. There's Arne, the big ruckman, back on the field there at the moment as well. But some good contact, close contact football there from the Lone Stars. Handy little footwork in tightly, but no Lone Star player down there. As Matthew Zapel picks the ball up, goes for a run. Nicely puts the ball on the boot, pushes it through to Blake McGrath again. Gets caught in contact. What's the umpire going to say there? Correct decision from this vantage point. He had prior opportunity. Pushes the ball out to the wing. Intercept mark taken by James Hornick. Telling him to hold the mark. What's the player doing? Looks to push the ball on the 45. Oh, lovely intercept mark there again. Just that wind held that ball up just enough to float over the Seattle player. Oh, Seattle player using a little bit of a stepping stool there. Using the Lone Star player to try and promote ball. Umpire saying he's come too high over the shoulder. There's going to be a free kick there to Seattle. Umpire just telling the Lone Star player to move back a little bit. Got Matthew Zapel was the free kick awarded to. Just pushes the ball out to the wing. Wind certainly has not died down. For the UFO kick there, as a Robert Munn says there again, I'm just going to keep moving this ball forward. Plenty of Lone Star Bears back there in defence. Easy mark taken. Lone Star's certainly got a lot of players back in defence and just struggling in that midfield area as they put that ball forward to find some players. Picked up by Zachary Johns, puts the ball up, you can see it just holding up there in the wind, and an easy mark taken by Kyle Kempka. Got options there on his 45 if he wants to chance his hand off to the right, but he decides to go long down the line. Again, ball back in there to Matthew Zapel taking the intercept mark. A little bit of back and forth at the moment. The old aerial ping pong ringing true. Ball up, nice little bit of body work there by Sean Smythe. Plenty of players moving around. Just struggling, I think, to get their range, but there we go. Speak too soon because there's a very good, strong lead by the Lone Star player, giving plenty of options. That mark there looks like it was taken by Tim Cannon. Again, two solid kicks. Put the Lone Stars very deep into the forward 50, but well worked in defence there by Saleh. Oh, incorrect disposal there, so it's going to be a free kick to Houston. We've got Chance Meyer here, looking to extend the lead. Wind right behind his back, distance should not be a problem. Gives it everything he's got, and he looks like he's pushed it to the right. And a reasonable result there, as Trent Loosemore just watches the ball go over the sideline. We'll have another stoppage and a boundary throw in. Deep in the forward 50. Ball's on the ground, man tackle without the ball. Umpire certainly agrees. So it'll be a free kick to Seattle. So man was not in clean possession of the ball. The Seattle player making sure the ball goes back to the person who the free kick was awarded to, which was Zachary Johns. Zachary pushes the ball down the wing. Little contest, will it find the boundary line? Ball is just gone out. Umpires decide to ignore his boundary umpire and just keep playing. Up, now he's paid closer attention, and we're going to come back to the ball going over the sideline for a boundary throw-in. You're going to have the boundary umpire throw-in right in front of us here in the commentary box. The two rucks, hands in the air, it's a good boundary throw-in. Come in, third man in from the Lone Stars, over the top. Looking to use the hands, which Seattle have done so well in their first game. Ball has not gone 15. Lone Star player was able to get the ball away, but a free kick awarded for coming over the top there. Max Rennie, free kick awarded downfield to Nicholas Jones. Oh no, umpires said held the mark, not downfield. Nicholas Jones is going to be coming back. See what he's looking to do here. Just decides to go down the line. May have given a bit too much downwind. Ball's out on the full. That'll be a free kick to Seattle. For those at home not familiar with the rules, if the ball is kicked out on the full, it's an automatic kick to the opposing team, whereas if the ball rolls out, it will be a boundary umpire throw-in. Seattle nicely moving the marks, just from 45 to 45. Ball holds up nicely there. Seattle taking their time just to reset their game. It's a little bit of a barrel on it. Unlucky not to take the mark. Get the hands away there to Tyrell Dowlitz. Push it in the forward 50. Players coming from both directions. That was gutsy effort there from the defender from the Houston Lone Stars. But plenty of Seattle numbers there at the moment. They pick the ball up. They're outnumbering 4-3 in that forward 50. The umpire, has he decided he's pulled that in? Umpire says no, we'll just ball it up. So nice work there from Seattle. Very promising into the wind. Just some short 45 kicks, moving the ball forward. Good ruck work. Seattle looking there. Looks like, is that Rob Munn? No, that's, what have we got there with the mark from Seattle? I fancy he's a little bit too far out to go. He just pushes the 45 again to a player out on the wing, and will take their time. Smart football there by James Conrick. James Conrick. That wind is a long way out from home. And coming in, he's probably around about 45 metres out. He's given it a pretty big roost. Just went across the face of goals and down for a behind. Third scoring shot of the day for Seattle. The score now is 117 to 0-3. Houston Lone Stars in the lead. Lone Stars with the kick out there now, bringing it to the sideline in favour of the wind. See a nice big kick go over the top. Seattle will be hoping for a stoppage, and they get it. We can see there, Kyle Rasp just assisted that Houston player over the sideline. Boundary throw in again. Rucks in the middle. Running it out, we've got Paul Balding. Certainly not a Balding. Glorious locks from Paul Balding. That ball's gone up. Is it going to stay in? Boys have done a good job there. Jason Abbott doing a good job there just to make sure there was a touch before it went over the line. That could potentially be, just going back there to number 16 being Paul Balding, could not have a more misleading surname with a flowing lock of hair like he's got. As it comes in now to Jeffrey Jamnik, also sporting a nice ponytail, but that was over the shoulder. Umpire decided to let it go. Coming down left wing, a little bit of shepherding might be needed here. What's he going to do? Oh, bad luck. It's all right, the Seattle boys. Just a little bit of communication down there between Josh DeGranding. I'm not sure who the other player was from Seattle. See if I can get a number on him. Ball in there again. Seattle replacement right, Tom Mulvey, doing a good job down there, but unfortunately the Lone Stars again just able to get boot to ball. Man dives on the ball, tries to get back up. A little bit of shepherding there. Seattle do a good job there as shepherding their man as that ball's just rushed over the sideline. Strong tackle from Chance Meyer from behind. And the man taking that out again over the sideline there was Matthews Apel, who's taken plenty of touches here this afternoon already. Umpire boundary throw in. There it is again. We've got Tom Mulvey going up for the ball, but Houston able just to get a foot to the ball, and unfortunate there, get a foot to the ball, and just that wind really takes it in. Umpire, he ducked. He ducked into that contact there, and the umpire says we're just going to ball that up. Right on the outside edge of the Houston forward 50 here as the ball goes up. Tom Mulvey again, who's had a lot of success in that ruck, and they didn't even contest that one there, Houston as well. Ball on the ground. What's the umpire going to call here? Just going to ball that up as a couple of water runners coming in. May look a little familiar to a couple of you there as young Mason Cox, premiership winner with the Collingwood Magpies only a few weeks ago over here, doing his best for the continued promotion of the USAFL. That's down to Rob Munn down the right-hand wing there, right flank, moving the ball nicely down. That might be Tyrell Doubts, I think it might be down there on the right wing as well. Must be rapidly approaching half-time. Couple of minutes left in play, just a quick score update there for you. It's 1-1 Houston. Houston Lone Stars over 0-3-3 Seattle Grizzlies. Seattle have really performed well into this breeze. We'll see how they come out after half-time. Again, here comes Houston coming out of that ruck contest, running nicely and freely. It's a 2-on-1 contest here at the moment for Seattle, but Seattle get the bounce. Nicely done there by Salem Taibaji. Looking again just to promote the ball forward by hand. We've got some running options here. A nice little shepherd. Shepherd there provided through Zachary Johns, it is. And the ball back in the midfield there as well. Ball's into that forward 50. Rob Munn down there. Maybe a little bit of assistance. What's the umpire say? He was pushed in the back. Free kick Seattle. Wowzers. At 15 metres out in front, Rob Munn gets the free kick. Using his body, the Lone Star player just wasn't able to compete. Lots of sirens going off here at the moment on all the other fields, so we must be pretty close to getting half-time. Not quite sure what the umpire's consulting for here at the moment. Rob Munn with the ball. Received a push in the back. Into a very strong breeze. We've seen already Seattle with that breeze 0-3. Can Rob put the first goal on the board? He's pushed it a little bit too far to the right. So that takes us to Houston Lone Stars 1-1-7 over Seattle Grizzlies at 0-4-4. And that takes us to halftime, ladies and gentlemen. So the halftime score repeating, we have the Houston Lone Stars 1-1-7 over the Seattle Grizzlies 0-4. 0-4-4. So as you said, the Houston Lone Stars running with a very strong wind as it's left to right as you're looking on your screen. So turning for the second half, we're going to see Seattle running with that breeze. So I'm joined in commentary now by USAFL President Seb. Thank you very much for joining us, Seb.
Hello, Brendan. How are you?
Fantastic. Obviously, strong breeze. You've just come from your own second game as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Every field are being really affected by the wind. It's picking up. We're talking 3 to 4 goals easily.
Well, you've heard it there. The USAFL President's telling us it's a 3-goal breeze. So your predictions here for the second half, Seb, if we're 1-1-7-0-4-4 now?
Oh, I think Seattle's going to take advantage of the breeze. They have a strong forwards. I think they'll definitely close the gaps, if not come over fairly quickly, I think.
They're only one major away from taking that lead. I think we're going to see that pretty early on in this second half. So look, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a couple of minutes here for half time, so we'll come back to you shortly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to what is about to be the start of the second half of the 2 p.m. game on Field 2 in Division 2, 2-2-2. So half-time score, just to recap here at the moment, we have the Houston Lone Stars leading 1-1-7 over the Seattle Grizzlies, yet to kick a major, but 0-4-4. So as said, turning with the wind here in that second half for the Seattle Grizzlies, so it'll be very interesting to see how it all goes. And I'm joined by USAFL President Seb. Seb, thank you again for your time.
Oh, absolutely. A pleasure to be here, Brendan.
Take on the weekend so far, Seb?
Oh, it's been fantastic. I think the wind is picking up, but we can't complain. No massive humidity, so people are enjoying the day.
Now, Seb, which national carnival is this for you? What number are you up to now?
This is number 16 played.
16 played?
Yeah.
Very good. And I hear you're playing it like it's your first at the moment as well. Youthful legs, kicking goals from all sections of the park as well.
Yeah,
who
I
are you
got
playing with
lucky
this
a
weekend?
couple of times, but thank you. It's awesome to play and be with all your friends. It's a fantastic weekend.
It is. This is fortunate enough. This is my very first Nationals Carnival, and lovely to see all the colourful jerseys and strips, or Guernseys as people in the AFL world call them as well. So anyway, we're about to get the second half underway. Ball is in the middle. Got our two rucks about to go out again. A little bit of argy-bargy there from two of the little men. Quite typical. See who comes out of the ball in the middle first. A little bit scrappy, a little bit of volleyball there in the middle. Ball's coming out now, is it? No, it's not. A little bit premature of me to call that up. The umpire there is going to say, let's give it another ball up and see how we go. So having a quick look here in the rucks, looks like we've got Jeffrey Jamnik in there still for the Houston Lone Stars, and I believe it's, having a quick look, we've got Tom Mulvey still in there for Seattle. A little scrappy start to the second half. The umpire said he had a prior. That's going to be a free kick there to Seattle. Here's our first vision of Seattle kicking with the win. That's a very big kick down to Robert Munn, as that ball's going to rush over the sideline for another stoppage there for Seattle. Quite happy just to keep that ball just outside that forward 50. Boundary umpire. Seb, first example there already of Seattle going downwind. It's a pretty big breeze.
Yeah, absolutely. They're already down the half. Let's see how they follow up.
It's really impressing Seattle in the first game how their use of the hands to push the ball forward. Hopefully they don't get lazy and just rely on the kick, as there's a very nice sliding mark taken there by Jesse Carcamo. Uses the hands quickly to play on there with Jason Edwards. Takes a bounce as he gets into the centre square. Looking to push the ball just into the forward 50 as it bounces outside there again, but Seattle Grizzly defender there looking as though it's not Cole. I'm not sure. We'll just see if we can get a number on him there at the moment, but again, could have been kicking in danger. The umpire says there that'll be a free kick to Houston. So for those of you not aware, you can't kick if a person's got his hands or heads down near the ball. So the umpire says that was unsafe play from the Seattle player. So he's awarded a free kick to Houston. That ball just sits up there in the breeze, just a little bit too much, a little bit of a bump coming in there from the man we have no number for. Nice little pick up there off the toes. Uses the hands to promote the ball forward. Good little bit of pressure there, Seb, coming from the Houston Lone Stars.
Yeah, very impressive. They apply the pressure so high.
But again, we see that one kick very easily out of the defensive end of the field. We got
Max going to get it. Oh, right there.
Pushes the ball out to the wing on the 45. Probably not where he was intending, but great result there as the ball goes to Connell Broderick.
Yeah, very impressive play by Houston. They're really playing, with the wind very well.
As we say that, we put the commentator's curse on them again as Seattle take a good, strong defensive mark as he looks to play on. Takes a bounce down the middle of the field. The easiest way is the straight way to goals, and that's what he's done. He's pushing that ball into the forward 50 in a very, very strong mark taken there by Orange Boots. Seb, would you be able to carry off a pair of orange boots like that?
No, I think I get lost in it, right?
That's a strong mark there taken by number 37, Matt Liebau. Now, breeze at his back. Surely he's going to back himself with the distance. It'll be the accuracy he looks at. Just 1-2 steps. And that ball looks as though it rushes out of bounds on the full is the call there.
Now that wind is turning a little bit on our side. So I think he overcooked that kick a little bit. It had the distance, but was pushed to the right. So now we have on the fall kick from the boundaries.
Houston player just taking his time.
Taking his time. They're playing very well.
Nice little short kick to a man coming on the lead there, Stephen Johnson, with Rob Mudd now holding the mark there. I think the Houston guys are going to try and keep it down this left-hand flank, which is with the breeze. But
and
hopefully
the breeze again. Yeah.
Just as we see Mason Cox looking to get a touch, just making sure that's not a disposal, Mason. That's an incorrect disposal. He'll still count it as his first USAFL touch.
Here's Zach McKinney on the boat. See if he can take advantage of the wind this time.
Pushes it down the line. That wind ever so strong.
Wind, absolutely. It's pretty impressive to have Mason Cox running water after winning a championship. And humble guy, sir.
He is very, very fortunate to have him out there. He's been feeding both teams water and hopefully giving them some points. So there's no bias to the Texan.
He's a pretty awesome guy.
There's another, push that ball right down the middle. You can see it holding up there in the breeze. There's a couple of players fly high. Zach McKinney again looking to turn over. Looks like the unfortunate Houston Lone Star who was on the receiving end of that aerial assault. As we've got the reverse torpedo There it is. I think Rob Munn's looking to claim that.
Hey,
That is a
it's
major.
goal. It's a goal.
The reverse torpedo from Rob Munn.
So
Big
here-
celebration.
Yeah. So here's the problem, right? Right now they kick towards the goal, and it goes towards the goal. They don't have to push a lot. And here's a magnificent goal with the help of the wind. And all of a sudden, Seattle's on top.
Well, he said it was only going to take one kick, and that's all they needed there at the moment. So that puts the first major on the board there for Seattle. So quick score cap here. Seattle now in front, 1-4 to 1-7. So Seattle hit the lead for the first time in this game. And it's going to be hard to see Houston coming back from this. Just taking a quick water break here at the moment as we've got the Houston Lone Star player number Ian Curry, who was on the receiving end of that flying mark from Zach McKinney, or attempted mark from Zach McKinney. So the umpire puts the ball up there again with Tom Mulvey for Seattle, winning the possession, and then coming back out there to Kyle Rasp as he pushed that ball down again. There's two Seattle players down. There's a little bit of shepherding from Rob Munn. He looks like he's going to try and bring that ball in, so he's going to try and grubber it in. But Houston did a good job to be back there again.
And again, 53.
Yeah. Not there, but he's just going to not back himself, put the ball in the middle. What have we got there? Looks like the umpire's seeing a little push in the back.
50.
I gave him pushy, not holding the mark, was it? Came off the mark?
Yeah, that's right.
So, man, right in front, 10 metres out. I think I might even be able to kick this one, Seb. Does a nice job, puts it between the two big sticks. Goal umpire says success.
So here's two goals in very quick succession here. Seattle is taking it over, really taking advantage of the wind. Now Houston is stay at 1-7, and Seattle is now 2-4-16.
I think we've seen Seattle in the first half. They may have kicked four behinds, but they had a lot more success looking to use the ball by running and promoting it by hand, and the short 45 kicks. So I think we'll see how Houston, see if they can adopt and get some of that territory back just through running the ball. Ball up again, pretty scrappy there with the ball up. A lot of bodies, a lot of players, arms, limbs, going everywhere. Umpire says, let's just give it another go. Tom Mulvey again going up there with Jeffrey Jamnik. Man coming from behind. Oh, that's umpire, yep, rightfully so. Took it in the back and took him late. So umpire says we're going to move that downfield just to where the ball ended up. So gets up a little ginger, Stephen Johnson, number 4 for the Houston. Just had the wind taken out of him. Zach McKinney holding the mark. Almost went straight through him. Fortunate there, that nice little ball just dropped just in front for Jared Rexelus. Again, this is one of their only second entries into the 50 this second half, and see what if you shouldn't come away with some points. Very nice work. Oh, unfortunate or unlucky there from Jason Edwards. Picked the ball nicely up off his toes, just couldn't finish. Every time I think a team running into that forward 50 into the breeze set, they want to come away with something, even 1 point.
Come away with something, exactly right. But the wind right now is creating a lot of problem for them to kick in that wind.
So looking at that takes the score now to Seattle 2-4-16 over Houston Lone Stars 1-2-8. So that ball very easily moved out of the defensive end there in one simple kick. Great mark taken. Saleh. Again, another 2 kicks easy. Rob Munn, did he get a little push in the back? I think he may have.
Yeah.
Rob accepts and acknowledges that yep, may have got a little bit handsy. And Zach McKinney hands the ball over to the Houston Lone Stars as they look to play on quickly. That could go out there on the full, or is he just going to hold up nicely? Oh, unlucky there. The ball just rushed over the boundaries there by Josh DeGrande. Boundary umpire here. Got the 2 rucks nominating. Nice little boundary throw. Nicely done there by Houston, just pushing that ball forward again. Somehow a man's found space, but unfortunately didn't get the bounce that he's looking for as a man comes over the top.
Bringing it back.
But clearly he came over the top, and I think that player may have had a little disagreement with the umpire's decision. But as we know, the umpire's decision is first and final. But a very good interceptor mark taken there in the back line there from Seattle coming forward. So we've got Shane Howard holding the mark. Strong pressure coming defensively there by Jacob, number 23. May have did himself a little injury, but came through a little bit too hard. It appears the umpires made the call.
The wind is picking up, Brendan. I can see
it's unfortunate.
Kicking the fall. It's going to really affect the long kick. high kick.
Unfortunately,
They need to start kicking down and low.
plenty of instructions coming through here from Zachary McKinney, making sure his players are back defensively, knowing that this ball's going to sit up in the wind. Nice strong kick into that forward 50. Plenty of players up there. Number 23 for the Houston up. Use of the hands there again nicely as they move the ball around. A little bit of shepherding coming in from McKinney, showing his experience. It's been touched in the air, so that won't be a mark. It's been touched. I don't think he heard that call. Little bit of a communication breakdown there, it would appear. Ball's up. We've got a replacement. We've got Matthew Zappel going into the ruck there for Seattle. As Jeff Jamnik just pushes that ball over the boundary. Going to go again. Zach McKinney passes that ball through to the boundary umpire. Pretty much right on the halfway of the field. Down the left-hand wing. Ball finds green territory, free open space. Plenty of Seattle numbers back there. As we see Max Rennie looking to bring the ball out. Almost handballs to himself after it was missed by everyone. Houston desperately trying to get that ball in that forward 50 again. Nice little spin move, maybe holding without the ball. And here again, probably another example of just how easy it is to move that ball out of your defensive position, Seb, and that breeze behind you.
That's right, that's right.
Rob Munn, strong tackle. That was...
Got it out.
Plenty of players trying to take it on. It's a very strong tackle there. That'll be holding the ball.
The umpire's going to play that on number 93.
Had plenty of time over
ball.
Shane Howard, I think, with the ball there now at the moment, making a very strong tackle. Just doesn't want to overcook this kick as he's kicking downwind. Oh, Zach McKinney, strong.
Fantastic mark from Zach McKinney.
May have been willing to provide special guest commentary coming into the commentary box. Just able to keep it in that time, Zach, so
yeah.
Just enough as that ball goes over for a boundary throw-in. About 10 metres out from the 50 entry here again. Surely Seattle will be looking to get that ball inside the 50 here.
I'm still very impressed by what Houston is doing against that wind. They're still able to drive some of the ball down to 50. Still some control, some good head ball here again.
Seb showing his experience and knowing exactly what's going to happen next to Seattle. Moving that ball nicely to Zach McKinney. Now he's had 2 kicks of late down this right-hand side as he decides to move the ball into the centre corridor. Hopefully find some free space. He's able to find Max Rennie again. He's got a very big lever as he pushes that ball very easily in that forward 50. A nice little touch in the back. Unfortunate. Almost as good a chest mark as someone could hope to receive down there in that forward line. Rush through, able to find the man over there is Matt Liebauer. Got a little bit more time than he probably thought he had as he pushes through the big sticks for a major goal.
Well, as soon as Houston shows some sign of getting the ball out of the way, Seattle take position, and again, a goal fairly quickly. This is becoming pretty steep hill for Houston to get back on track, especially with that wind.
Yeah, just a quick score update there with that third major as well. Has taken the score there. Now it should be 3-4 as he's playing with it. He's working out the calculator. I think that should be...
We're waiting for the scoreboard.
3-4-22, making sure that all worked. We've just got the abacus out here.
Yeah.
3-4-22, we've got the Seattle Grizzlies over the Houston Lone Stars 1-8. Very impressed, echoing Seb's sentiments there at the moment, that Houston have really been ambitious in trying to move that ball. Just unfortunately how easy it is for all that hard work to get undone with just one simple kick as you're running downwind. Ball again, easily into the Seattle forward 50. Seattle look to move the ball forward. Moving it by hands at the moment, happy to go back out knowing they can bring it back in pretty easily there, but great smother there by, I think that was Shane Howard again, defensively. But able to break out, and what's that say? Just for a behind there, so.
I think it was 30, but I don't see a 30. So.
Yeah. So again, very, very fortunate down here in Braden, coming here from Braden, Sarasota. We've got the 2 p.m. Division 2 Field 2 game between the Seattle Grizzly and Houston Lone Stars. Beautiful conditions here for those just joining us. Breeze very strong left to right, favouring the Seattle Grizzlies. As we see a Houston player going up. What I'd probably like to see here, Seb, at the moment, maybe Houston need to bring a few more players back. They're keeping still a strong number of players up in that midfield. But
that's right. That's exactly right.
It's a long
Still
way.
have maybe 4 or 5 players towards the mid. I'm not sure how they can kick that far.
It's playing like
Forces them to try to move the ball with my hands, but Seattle is applying a lot of pressure in the 50s and really getting pinned down there.
It's got to be probably 6 or 7 strong kicks to get it down to that forward 50 there at the moment for Houston, where they probably need a little bit more help behind the ball. As it's just socket off the ground there to Zach McKinney. Seems to know where that ball's going to be. He's taking his time. He's assessing his option. I'm just favouring him just to put one here into the forward 50, I reckon, Seb, just into that pocket. And a couple of people giving him some options and leading. There's a man deep in that forward 50 off to the left-hand side of the post, just saying,
yeah, he's
pump
taking
it.
a strong lead here. I think he's going to try to go for it with the help with the wind. Oh no, he's kicking to Austin Cox. No, not going to give it to him.
That ball just, ball finds the boundary line there. So we probably have about 5 minutes of play remaining here at the moment.
Yeah, very challenging for Houston here to try to take over. It's all Seattle has to do is stick it in the 50s at this point.
Well, Seb, your experience, you were talking about a 3 or 4 goal breeze, and that's what we're seeing here at the moment.
Yeah, Seattle started with what, 1-3?
Yeah,
0-3.
0-3, and they went to 0-4 in the first part of the second half, so they've kicked almost 3 straight.
Here we go, yep.
They're in here again now, but nice work done there in the backs from the Seattle back line. From the Houston back line.
Okay, Saleh with the ball, trying to find an opening, kicking to the square.
But even that, I think on his unfavoured left foot, was able to find good territory just by putting that ball into the wind, and very nicely done defensively there. The umpire said still had no prior, so he's just going to ball that ball up. But again, here at the moment, there's not a huge number of Houston players behind the ball. Umpire said he's tackled without the ball. That's a free kick to Houston.
Let's see if they take advantage here, trying to push the ball forward if they can. Fairly challenging kick here.
I don't even think that's gone the 15 if it had have been taken as a mark. So the umpire said he's been pulled on the jersey right, just on the inside of the 50. I favour this gentleman to back himself here, just to pump it long with a very stiff breeze behind him. Looks like Kyle Rasp had a lot of touches there in the first half. I favour himself to have a go on this one, Seb. You see, I think he's having a go. He hasn't got the result he's looking for, and that ball's just over the sideline, just next to the boundary post. Sorry.
Yeah, again, at the beginning, Houston was really trying to move the ball by hands from the back, and now I see 4 or 5 players and concentrating in the mid. It's going to be very difficult to reach them with that breeze.
Houston just got to get plenty of people behind the ball. There's a little bit of assistance to rush that ball in for a behind. Rush behind there takes it to the Seattle Grizzlies 3-6-24, leading the Houston Lone Stars 1-8 as they come out of that. There's been a free kick awarded here, I think, for maybe inside the 15, as it said, from on the kick out. So
yeah, that's what I see as well, yes.
Yep. So, I mean, there's a nice, easy way for Houston to move that ball 53 metres. They got the man holding the mark. So they need to look to the 45s. I know it's hard. You want to move that ball down the middle, the shortest route possible to get to the goals. But it's a man leading out here on the left wing. She's going to use there now, but it's all holding up in the breeze. Zach McKinney again takes a very strong mark.
Fantastic
over the
ball,
top.
and he keep playing.
Plays on quickly. He's got no one leading to him, but I think he's going to get a favourable bounce there, and I think the stoppage is really going to help Houston try and get some numbers behind the ball.
Great guy, Zach McKinney. Played with Dallas Dingoes, long-time Dingoes. Played with the Revolution, and recently I started to play with Seattle. Very, very strong individual on and off the field.
He certainly had a very, very strong second half performance. He's been in everything. As Houston here still really struggling to get people behind the ball. Got plenty of players out in that sort of 50-metre arc, but the ball's going to take a while to get out there. So you see a rush kick coming through. Just got enough on it to get over Zach there at the moment. Houston probably happy with that result to get another stoppage. Probably just down at half-back area, the right flank for them there at the moment. Boundary umpire coming up there again to throw the ball in, as we've got Jeffrey Jamnik in for the Houston Lone Stars up there with Tom Mulvey in a contest. Tom Mulvey again coming out on top as that ball sort of unfortunately bounces the wrong way. Strong defence coming over the top there. It was from Raul Meza, sorry, apologies. And we've got Saleh again here. Takes a little bit more time here that he can use his favoured right foot, and you can see just how long a lever he has there. That could took a very strong mark taken by Walter Buck with a lovely kick in there by Saleh.
Yeah, Saleh, number 13, a long-time Sacramento Sun players, also Revo player for a very long time, outstanding player. Played against him, for him, so he's out there still kicking strong. And just produced an assist for Walter Buck here.
Yeah, and Walter makes no mistakes from right in front of the sticks. So they're taking Seattle, taking up to their 4th major for the day, so they're now leading 4-6-30 over 1-2-8. So they're probably under 3 minutes to go here. That looks like they're calling it there now. Well under 3 minutes. So that takes us to full time, ladies and gentlemen, there with Walter Buck just running out the clock there. So final score here in the 2 p.m. Field 2 Division 2 game. We have the Seattle Grizzlies coming away with the win 4-6-30 over the Houston Lone Stars 1-2-8. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll hand over to someone for the 3 p.m. game.